Hello again. Welcome to another edition of Crop Life Retail Weeks. Paul Schrimpf here with Eric Sfiligoj. I was out a little bit this week talking to the folks at the Coalition for the Advancement of Precision Ag, or CAPA, it's a mouthful. The group of, I think, 17 or 18 organizations in D.C., which is extolling the virtues of precision technology to regulators and legislators in Washington, D.C., and it's a unique message. We're trying to figure out how to message things. We're going to be working on a website to get the information out, and it's been making some really good progress. So I'm looking forward to that CAPA group doing more and getting more involved and getting that word about precision ag technology to the Beltway. You know, it's a good news story. It's got regulatory benefits. It's got environmental benefits and stewardship and efficiency benefits. So, and everyone kind of wants to share in that good news. It's been interesting working with that group, and we'll see that moving forward. So, I just want to say, if you're in Linthicum at BWI, don't stay at the Aloft Hotel. Okay, that's all I will say. It was not the most pleasant experience, and I said I was going to put a bad review online, but here's your bad review, Aloft. I'm sorry, you're just not very good. So with that, I know
that's a potential sponsor right there.
There we go. I'm sorry. I'll probably lose that one. But anyway, so that was certainly not the biggest news of the week. And Eric, I'm going to let you kick that one off.
Sure. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, no real news happened this week. Just potentially one of the biggest deals the crop protection market and seed market will ever see. Earlier this week, Bayer announced that it had put in a bid for $62 billion to acquire Monsanto. Now, that was earlier this week on Monday, May 23rd, the announcement was made. And in the interim, between now and then, of course, Monsanto came back and said that, in their opinion, the deal is not a good one. It severely undervalues the company of Monsanto, according to their chief executive, Hugh Grant. But he did say that Monsanto is open to discussions further with Bayer down the line. So whether this deal happens or not, Paul, will be interesting. Of course, what that deal at $62 billion included was $122 per share price for Monsanto stock right now, which is trading for about $110 on the market. But most analysts seem to think that if Bayer sweetens the deal and makes it around $135 to $140 per share, they may actually get the company. Of course, that would make the whole deal priced value around 71 billion. Not sure if Bayer is going to be able to swallow that much of a debt burden, which they were looking at around $40 billion debt burden. That would up it to about 51.
Wow. That's amazing. Well, it is a seller's market. There aren't any companies like Monsanto out there, and this is going to be their one big splash if it happens. And so I suppose it doesn't do any harm to try to push the envelope as far as you possibly can. But what an amazing thing! In a few discussions that I've had, I've gotten a couple of calls from Wall Street types asking our opinion of it. I think it's really too early to say, but certainly the cotton market's going to be the most, I guess, challenging to sort out in terms of the competition between Bayer and Monsanto, which is essentially they've been at loggerheads battling for market share, and there seems to be some opinions that won't be a problem to sell off Bayer's FiberMax interests to other folks in the seed side. So it could result in different competition and continued competition, but that's the one place where I think you probably would have a regulatory push to have something happen. Elsewhere, it's hard to tell, but right. I think certainly there will be an issue.
Yep. So we'll see what happens with that ultimately, Paul. And one other note, kind of continuing the thread we've been following here, the planting season, full bloom, and as we get ready to turn the calendar to June, it sounds like out in the field there's a lot getting done. Corn planting is about 86% and soybean at 56%, and those are on target with historic norms. So,
good deal. Well, get back to work, so there's a lot of work to do. Thanks for joining us this edition of Retail Week, and we'll see you next week.